This beautiful girl works as a security guard for a corporate chairman. Shortly after joining as security, she caught the chairman's eye, who took out a ring and proposed marriage. A short while before this, Lam had participated in an interview for a security position at a large company. However, just by looking at her resume, the interviewer, the chairman's lawyer, expressed dissatisfaction. The lawyer said the chairman needed a security person who could understand people's attitudes and react quickly. Lam thought for a moment, suddenly turned around unexpectedly, and strongly punched the lawyer. As the lawyer was falling, Lam caught him and said she was imitating a potential attacker. If something like that happened, she would take the necessary action. The chairman was watching the interview from a distance. After seeing Lam's performance, he immediately approved her. Lam was very excited about getting the job at the big company because she desperately needed money. However, the lawyer soon discovered that Lam had a criminal record, so her job was cancelled. Lam immediately sank into despair. That night, Lam saw her mother sneaking out of their rented house. Lam approached her and questioned her, realizing that her mother had definitely stolen the rent security deposit again. Lam spoke about her mother's 10 years of similar selfishness, but in response, her mother slapped Lam hard, called her a dirty girl, and said she never wanted to be a mother. The lawyer investigated Lam's past in detail. When she was a student, Lam was sentenced to 6 months in prison for stealing sanitary napkins worth 10,000 won from a supermarket. Lam's mother had taken out a huge loan in her daughter's name, and Lam was desperate to work to pay off that debt. The chairman had already sensed Lam's plight and helplessness. For the interview, Lam had come in cheap clothes and old, worn-out high-heeled shoes. With no makeup, she was clearly a poor girl. The chairman believed that someone like Lam, who was desperate for money, would not easily refuse any request of his. That night, under the chairman's orders, the lawyer contacted Lam and asked what she had said in front of the company gate after the interview that day. Lam told the truth, that her high heel's heel had broken, and holding the heel in her hand, she had muttered a few words while looking at the wall, but later, she had apologized to the innocent wall. Hearing this, the chairman revoked the decision to cancel her job and formally hired Lam as a security guard. The person who is almost destitute yet holds onto their conscience, this is exactly the quality the chairman needed. Lam was overjoyed. Finally, she found the only glimmer of hope in her desperate life. The next day, Lam arrived at the chairman's huge house on time. The caretaker took her to the assistant quarters and arranged for her to stay in the same room as the other staff. Immediately after putting down her luggage, Lam received a call from the lawyer and quickly left the assistant quarters for the chairman's main residence. The lawyer gave Lam her next assignment. Lam asked in English what number security guard she was. The lawyer replied that Lam was the 5th security guard this year. Furthermore, the lawyer warned Lam that there must be a reason behind such a high-paying security job. In the evening, Lam noticed the chairman hadn't eaten a single bite of his dinner. The staff told Lam to eat the chairman's uneaten food, which was top-quality Hanwoo Korean beef. Hoping for the best, Lam took a bite, but immediately spat it out. The Hanwoo cooked by the caretaker was truly awful. Lam then went to the kitchen to look for noodles. During this time, she noticed that the flower cabinet with the glass door looked unusual. Lam tried to touch the glass door and was surprised to see no distance between her finger and her reflection. They matched perfectly. In the middle of the night, not being sure, Lam quietly entered the kitchen. The incident from the day having made her suspicious that the cabinet's glass door was actually a one-way mirror that could be used for eavesdropping. Indeed, after some searching, Lam found a pinhole camera inside the cabinet. Sensing danger, Lam began searching around the huge house, unaware that the chairman was observing her every move on a large monitor. Lam quickly found other cameras and showed a threatening fist toward them. The chairman smiled faintly. It seemed this security guard was somewhat different. The next day, Lam accompanied the chairman to the company. At the company, the chairman's son was proudly talking about his impromptu noodle business plan. Consequently, the chairman severely scolded him from head to toe, reprimanding him for the chaotic business ideas. The shareholders also reminded the chairman that projects initiated by his son had already caused losses several times. The chairman reassured the shareholders, promising he wouldn't let the company he built with hard work be destroyed. Today's incident made Lam curious about the chairman, so she started searching for information about him online. The information revealed that the chairman himself had turned a small food company into today's massive corporate group. However, on the family side, the chairman's wife died in a car accident just 1 year after their marriage, and his younger daughter had also passed away after taking medication abroad. While under Inglam's protection, the chairman soon went to pay respects at his late wife's grave, accompanied by his daughter, Sunning. From their first meeting, Sunning gave Lam a hostile look. While paying respects, Sunning ostentatiously dropped the flowers she had brought for her late mother in front of everyone and replaced them with the flowers she had brought, boasting. Sunning reminded her father not to forget her mother's preferences due to the short duration of their marriage. Outside the gravesite, the chairman's driver secretly told Lam that the chairman's son and daughter were actually the 2 children from his late wife's previous marriage. They were the chairman's stepson and stepdaughter, and he had no blood relation with them. However, the daughter who died abroad after taking medication was his biological child. That was the chairman's illegitimate daughter. The driver also told Lam that the chairman's stepson was a foolish and witless person, unlike his stepsister. The stepsister, Sunning, was a cunning person who was anxious that her father might divide the inheritance among others, so she didn't want any woman near the chairman. She constantly kept track of her father's activities through the caretaker. On the way back in the car, the chairman noticed a scar on Inglam's wrist and asked her about its cause. Lam only said it was the result of being hit by someone else. Additionally, Lam questioned the chairman about the pinhole cameras, guessing that the chairman himself had installed them. However, there were no cameras in the huge house's bathroom or dressing room. Based on this, Lam believed the chairman wasn't an evil man. The purpose of the cameras was to prevent someone who wanted to kill him. The chairman gave no answer, only telling Lam to continue searching for the cameras. Lam searched accordingly. During this time, the holidays arrived, and almost all the staff at the huge house went on leave. But Lam had nowhere to go, so she stayed home. One evening, the chairman came to the kitchen and cooked noodles. Lam then informed the chairman about the number and locations of the cameras she had found. Watching Lam eat the noodles with satisfaction, the chairman unknowingly saw the image of his late daughter in his mind's eye. His daughter used to eat noodles next to him slyly as well. In front of Lam, the chairman did not hide his inner pain. When he was young, he had a brief relationship with a woman. After the breakup, that woman gave birth to his child. After the mother's death, the girl lived in an orphanage for 19 years, and because her father had abandoned her, she harbored resentment towards him. Upon learning from the caretaker that the female security guard had eaten late tonight and hadn't left, the stepdaughter Sunning became suspicious and quickly came to the huge house. Seeing Sunning approach, Lam immediately hid. Looking at the table, she saw that someone had eaten the noodles. Sunning frantically searched inside the house. Lam, hidden inside the cabinet, held her breath. Sunning's continuous approach brought back the most despairing memory of Inglam's life. Her father used to search for her threateningly at home when she was a child. Fortunately, Sunning did not find the hidden Lam and quickly left on her own. That night, the chairman threw away all the food brought by his stepdaughter. Meanwhile, Lam was emotionally breaking down, remembering the past. Late at night, Lam received a call from the chairman. Following instructions, after arriving at the chairman's office, a secret door opened in front of Lam. Lam went inside and saw the chairman sitting alone in front of a large monitor. The chairman informed Lam that his daughter had not just died from taking medication, she had been murdered. A journalist had taken a photo near the scene of his daughter's death, and the chairman magnified it, realizing his stepdaughter was in the picture. The chairman suspected that his stepdaughter or stepson had murdered his daughter for the inheritance. He admitted that he had only 6 months left to live. Before that, he had to find his daughter's killer and take revenge in the cruelest way possible. Saying this, the chairman opened a gold-filled safe and took something out, giving it to Lam. Lam opened it and found a diamond ring, and the chairman's next words pulled her even deeper into the mystery. The episode ends here. For the next episode, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.